Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. I was looking through my comment suggestions and a couple of you actually suggested this challenge that we're going to be doing today. This could be the craziest challenge that we do yet, and usually I'm pretty lucky with these challenges, but this one scares me. It's going to be the every room is a different number of items build challenge. Like for example, typically when you make a kitchen, it'll have a fridge, a sink, a stove, some counters at the very least, but in this challenge we could be spinning for our kitchen and only get 2 items. Clearly you can see just how chaotic this challenge can get. We are going to be building in Brightchester today, which I actually don't think I've ever done, which also means that our build is going to be 3 stories today, so we got a big one to work with. But anyway, let's just go ahead and build our shell. Here's our little shell. I think it turned out so cute. First, we're going to spin for the outside. Let's go and head over to the generator. So I have our minimum set to 1 and our max to 100. Let's see how many items we can use for the outside. 15. That worried me at first because obviously that's on the lower end, but I don't think that's too bad. I just realized I forgot to put a mailbox in. Does this have to count as one of our 15 items? I feel like it does. It is in buy mode and I'm the one that forgot about it. I'm definitely thinking that there's going to be a kid in the house, so one of our items can be a swing set. You know what I never use? I never use the insect farm from Eco Lifestyle, so that'd be interesting to add. And we are in the Discover University world, so I feel like we need a bike. Okay, that puts us at 11 items left. Before anything else, I should probably put some lights, maybe a little bench on the porch, and these vines are kind of clipping through the patio right here, so I feel like I need to cover that. So I'm putting in 2 gardening pots and 2 flowers to go inside of them. So that's gonna put us down to 4 items. I feel like a welcome mat is needed. Okay, now I feel like with our last 3 items, we really have to fill up this space. Maybe some monkey bars. Ooh, maybe we could fit in a telescope. Bonus points because it's deadly. Does that leave us with 1 item? I'm thinking we get something nice right in the middle right here. Maybe like a bird bath. All right, well, I guess that completes our exterior. That was a total of 15 items, but I think it looks good. I don't normally do too much for the outside anyway. Let's just move inside into our living room, which I'm so worried about. We have a lot of space to cover. Okay, let's set really low expectations here. For our living room, we get 75 items. Oh my gosh, I feel so relieved, but that's also like really high. Also, I'm not really considering wallpaper and flooring as an item simply because I don't really think that is an item, which means we have 2 items of the 75. 73 to go. Maybe this nice little rug that puts us down to 70 items left. I really like this plant for 9. 3 curtains for our 3 windows. So 12, 13, and 14. A lot of counting here. Just in advance, sorry if I make any mistakes. Wow, I'm realizing maybe this wasn't such a lucky number to get. I really like this mirror here. It kind of ties in a little bit more of the gold. Maybe we can put in these folders from Discover University. Ooh, they're from the law career. Maybe one of the parents is a lawyer. Maybe the other parent's a teacher. So I think it makes sense to have lots of books in this house, which is good because that means we can clutter a lot if we need to. Okay, so far this little section puts us at 25 items. Of course, we can put in our little coat rack along with the burglar alarm. Don't want anyone coming in and stealing our items. With some little bits of clutter, we're at 35. We have 40 more items left. We're like just halfway through and I don't know where to put any other items. Maybe we can get a lot in with some wall art too because we have tall wall height. We can use this for 40 if we kind of make this like a gallery wall with the chicken picture too. I literally have never seen this picture before. Ooh, I have a good idea. We could definitely use some shelves and we can just clutter a bunch of stuff on them. These 2 pieces will make 44. Maybe some shoes right by the mirror for 46. Okay, that leaves us with 48. I forgot that there were kids in here, so we should probably add some kid stuff. You know what? Maybe we could even add toys because they're so small. That's got us at 55. We could probably squeeze some more like rugs in here. We can put a welcome mat and maybe a runner through here. I know it looks a little silly, but forgive me. We don't have much to work with. We only need 18 more items though. The end is near. Clutter is really coming in handy. We are now at 60. This is definitely starting to go downhill. Oh, okay, let's put a fan. Oh my not that one. Not that one. Light switches. Oh my gosh. Yes, we need to use these. We'll put one here. Maybe one here for like upstairs. That'll be 68. What about some fairy lights? That will probably help a ton. 70, 71, 72. 3 more items, you guys. Our beloved sunscreen. Maybe we can get like some pet items. This scratching post puts us at 74. A little mouse to finish our living room. Even though we had a big room, this was so difficult. It's like extremely cluttered, but like I guess that makes it cozy. Let's go over to our kitchen. If you can't tell by how dark it is now, that took me a while. Hopefully we get something lower. 34. Okay, that's like half of what we just did. I think we can manage this. And this is the dining room. We're not gonna do that right now. That's gonna be separate. I'm thinking these life and death counters, since we're already using a lot of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I guess we need to replace a couple with the fridge and the stove. We can definitely use upper cabinets. That'll help us out so much. That'll be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. This actually might end up being the perfect amount of items. There's this sink that comes with life and death, but I want to use the sink as like an extra item. So we'll do that as 15. I never use vent hoods, but I think that this is probably a good time to. I don't know like how low it's supposed to hang. Kind of covers the window, but it's okay. Ooh, honestly, I might put in a dishwasher. That'll put us at 17. Can't forget our fire alarm. That'll put us at 20. Maybe just right above the fridge. Let's definitely get some kitchen clutter in here. This will put us at 24. I actually really like how this is turning out so far. Ooh, maybe the pet bowl. We could even put 2 and pretend it's like a food and water bowl, even though we both know it's not, but we can just pretend. And that'll leave us at 29. We're getting close. This will be 31. Just 3 more items left. Maybe just a little something like this. That'll be 32, 33, and last but not least, 34. Oh wait, I forgot to put curtains. Wait a minute, we might have to do some rearranging. We'll get rid of the jam and maybe the mortar and pestle. I don't really need curtains for the third window because it's covered by the stove hood. There we go. Now we are all done. I think it's super cute. I actually really love these counters from Life and Death. I like the gold accents that we got going on. Now we are moving into our dining room. This one, we don't need too many items. If we want a 4-seater table, that's only 5. So let's see. Oh, okay, well, I said we didn't need that many. I guess the generator listened to me. Clearly, this is doable. It's just not gonna have a lot of items in it. We can definitely carry the gold through with these chairs from Life and Death. Those look so comfy. Okay, so that's 5. 3 more items left. And I guess we have to spend 2 of those on curtains. At least those are pretty big, and it also has some gold in it too. I'm struggling deciding between using a rug or something to cover this big empty wall. Normally, I would go with a rug, but this is like a little too empty. We could get something really big to cover it up like this from Dine Out. Although I'm not sure about the swatches. I don't know why the frames are purple and orange. This could be a contender. Definitely looking a little sad in here, but that will be our 8-item dining room. A little unfortunate. But now let's do our bathroom. Our bathroom's pretty big. Even though the bathroom is pretty spacious, I'm still hoping we get a small number here. 13. Not too far off from 8. And I'm gonna use the same tile that we used in the kitchen just to keep it cohesive. I'm wondering if I can fit a shower and a bathtub. Why is this shower glitching so much? Do you see that? Like when I move, it's like the shadows are messing with it. It's okay, we'll just ignore it as per usual. It's definitely a little tight. It's gonna be a tight squeeze to fit everything in here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items so far. Let's go ahead and put some curtains on to make 7. We definitely have room for some bathroom clutter. I feel like I probably shouldn't be using one of our items on toilet paper, given that it's so small you can hardly see it. This robe can be 9. Maybe a towel. Oh, I forgot we kind of need like a litter box. I guess we can shift the bathtub over. I did want it to be centered, but that's just not gonna work. That's okay, and it comes in like a golden color, so it matches perfectly. And now we have 2 items left. I feel like just some artwork would be a good idea. There we go. I believe that puts us at 13 items. I think it's a cute little bathroom. I'm really liking the gold accents that we've been carrying through the house, even with the cat box. Okay, we go upstairs to the stairway. Now the stairway is pretty big, so hopefully we get something in like the 20s or 30s. Let's see. So that is not the 20s or 30s. That's actually 5, which is very, very low. Yeah, let's just go back to the game. All right, well, good thing we're not counting the flooring and wallpaper as an object. That would be a very tough challenge. Okay, so we definitely need a rug. I don't really know what to fit up here. I'm thinking maybe like a chess table. It would take up a lot of space, but it would also take up 3 items, and we would be left left with only one. But I don't know, maybe it's worth it. We can put a painting right here. Yeah, sorry, definitely no curtains in here. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Anyway, yeah, that's our very, very sad stairway. But I think that the chess table was a good choice. Let's move on to the office. This one, I'm okay with getting a little bit of a higher number. I kind of like cluttering up offices. 53, definitely a little on the high side. But like I said, I think that we can do this. Let's start off with some curtains. We kind of have a lot of space to fill. I'm thinking of using the seasons ones because we used them in the kitchen. Ooh, and I just realized I'm using this one big curtain, but if I want to add just one extra object, I can use 2 of these smaller ones. So that'll put us at 4 items out of the 53. This bookshelf is so cute. I really like the detail inside of it. And this chair actually has a little bit of gold in it. So of course that matches perfectly. Maybe a guitar, a little camera makes this 11. I guess we could even add an easel for number 12. There's also some smaller scale items like the knitting basket, maybe even the crochet box. I'm gonna slide that under the desk. I guess we should probably put a rug in here. I kind of like overlooked that. I might shrink some photos and put a couple of these so then we can fit 20. Maybe those are like all the places they've traveled to. Ooh yeah, look at this teacher award. Maybe some flags. These will make 23. There's a lot of mini activity items, so we can use like this jar of marbles, a journal for 26. For the kids, we can put some bubbles. Maybe it's like locked in there because they're grounded from using it. Maybe a future cube for 28. Ooh, some tarot cards. I kind of want to squeeze a plant in this corner. It's very skinny. Maybe we can size it down and use this one. I really like that one from the Blooming Rooms kit, that really tiny one, since you can kind of squeeze it in anywhere. Thank God for being able to all place things because we can really fit a lot on the desk by doing so. We can put some clutter up there. I believe that's 33. Okay, by cluttering up this area a lot, we got to 39. I want to add some more kid stuff in. We can put this clay, that gets us at 40. Unfortunately, lots of the kids' toys are kind of big. Maybe we can put these little learning blocks. For 48, I've never done this. I don't know if this will make the easel not functional, but I'm gonna put some pens and pencils right there. Would it be too much if we use the lights again? I don't know. I think anything else we add in will be too much. Okay, I got rid of the plant so I could squeeze 3 in here, so that'll put us at 50. I had a -1 because of the plant, so we only need 3 more objects. Maybe we can put this here because I know people make messes when they're painting or making art. I wonder if I can put some hanging plants in here from Nifty Knitting. We can totally put one right here and then maybe one more right here. Oh my gosh, this looks even more cluttered than the living room, but we made it to 53 items. It's definitely a little bit of a switch up from our 5 item stairway, because then you come in here and you are met with chaos. I mean, I said offices are meant to be cluttered and messy. I guess I didn't think it meant to this extent. Let's get on to the kids' bedroom. Okay, this one I think I might make like shared between a toddler and a kid. Ooh, I didn't put a toddler potty anywhere. That's okay, we can squeeze it into another bathroom. Okay, let's see what we get. 17. Okay, not too bad. It might be a little plain. Let's do a fun wallpaper like this, just in case we don't have enough items to fill up the walls. Ooh, there's a toddler bed with life and death. Okay, I actually switched up the color scheme a little bit. Something a little different that I've never really done before, like yellow and mint green and orange. This wallpaper matches this bed really well though. We're only at 2 items. Let's see what else we can add. It's actually a really small space, so I'm glad we rolled low. Let's do curtains. That'll definitely knock out some items for us. That'll make 7. This cute hanging plant matches perfectly. That'll be number 8. Definitely need to include some toys. Oh my gosh, what is this? Half a bear? Why does it say it supports children as if this is a functional toy? That scares me. Ooh, let's do a cute little cat plushie since I forgot we had a cat. We can fit this toy box in for number 12. We should probably fill up the wall space because there's kind of a lot of it. I always like including this. I think this is such a good kids item to add. Maybe some of these cute pictures from Tiny Living. That puts us at 15 now, I believe. Maybe we could put this over on the toddler side and maybe a little poster above the bed for the kid. Okay, well that is it for our 17 item kids bedroom. I think it's really cute. I think it's the perfect amount of items. It's cluttered but not too cluttered. Okay, well let's go to the parents' bedroom. Welcome to a new day. Had some things to do, but we are back nonetheless. I believe we left off on the parents' bedroom, which is a fairly big room, so I'm interested to see what we're gonna get. 44. Okay, I'm feeling kind of good about this one. It's definitely on the higher end, but it's not too high. See, it's not too bad. The one thing I am worried about though is this tiny little bathroom that we have. I think it would actually be like physically impossible to put more than 40 items in there. Even 40 is pushing it. We have two really big rooms with en-suites. This one is bigger for sure. I'm thinking one can be for the grandparents and the other for the parents. In real life, I don't think that you'd want the grandparents walking up 2 flights of stairs to get to their room, but like this is The Sims. I think that the grandparents deserve a big room. So this one will be the parents and upstairs will be the grandparents. Ooh, I really like this wallpaper for the parents' room. We used it in the office, so I might change the one in the office. Oh, it looks like I can't actually change the wallpaper. It'll delete all the clutter items. Would you guys yell at me in the comments if I use the wallpaper again? So that is our first item of 44. I'm gonna need some pretty tiny nightstands, which we seem to not have a lot of. Is this meant to be in the nightstand category? This looks like a table. Okay, that puts us at 3, and I'm gonna throw in some curtains just right now. Oh, what if we use the Desert Luxe because it has this little like curtain rod, so it'll count for even more items. Let's see, we can do 2 right here. I really hate how the curtains clip with like everything, but we can't really help it. That's just how the game is. Okay, so that puts us at 6, and then we'll use the curtain rods. 7, 8, 9, because we have to connect these. 10, 11. Let's maybe use a more simple rug. This one's from Businesses and Hobbies, so it'll match the bed. I still don't know if I like the nightstands. We might end up changing them. I guess I can have just one nightstand. It's a little bit of a downside for us, but it's okay. I guess we could add more cat stuff in here too. Maybe I'll squeeze this post in here for 17. I was thinking of putting a TV here, but I think instead I'll make like a custom gallery wall since it'll use more items than just one TV. Okay, that'll put us at 23, so we're like halfway there. Let's find a thin little plant that we can fit in here. This would be cute since they have a cat. I think it's pretty realistic to put like random boxes in your room. I definitely have a few of just like clutter boxes hanging around. So that can be item number 30. We can include some makeup, some perfume. With these clutter items, we're at 37. So close, we just have 7 left. Maybe we could put some like newspapers in here. I always forget about this item. I feel like it's kind of cute to add in. We've hit 40. Clutter definitely goes a long way in these challenges. I feel like I need some more over here. I'm trying my best to use like different items in each room, but we're starting to run out of options. I want like a little painting right there. This can be 42. I love this painting so much. Just a bunch of animals eating some dinner together. Ooh, we can put this basket like in the accent table. It fits like kind of perfectly. So 43. For our last item, I don't know. I'm thinking like maybe something right here. Oh, actually, this spot's pretty blank because I just like can't fit anything on the floor right there. But I was thinking we could use a hanging plant. There we go. That fills in the space a lot nicer. Okay, and we are done with our 44 item parent bedroom. It's just a little bit squishy in here, but overall, I don't think it's too bad. I mean, it's kind of cozy, like fairly realistic. That's just what I keep thinking whenever we get like a super cluttered room. Like, oh yeah, it's just realistic, guys. Now we have this tiny ensuite, so wish us luck. Okay, I'm like really scared right now. This could go so horribly wrong. Let's just see. 21. I saw the number go down, I started getting happy, but 21 is still very high for that small of a space. I don't know how we're gonna do this, we'll figure it out. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna use the same tile from downstairs, keep the bathrooms somewhat cohesive. I'm kind of thinking of using this type of shower though, because then we can fit decorations on the walls in here, whereas if we use one of these showers, it would cover up the wall completely. This life and death one might be good again because it has good like counter space, and we can put things underneath it also. In this toilet, we can put some stuff on top of it. So 3 out of 21. Let's put in a little hand towel. And I think there's a matching bath towel. What was that, growing together? There's not. Okay, that's kind of disappointing. The robe's a good option. I mean, it always is. That's why I always use it. But it's especially good here because we can put it on the door. I was gonna put one of these shelves, but I think that we should actually custom make one. This shelf is perfect. That'll make 8. Ooh, I really like this. Wait, I was like wondering why this was in the plant section, and I read the description and it says you can place flowers in it. I didn't even know that. I think we have to use the blooming rooms plant again because it's just so tiny. I actually might make it even smaller. We're at 10 items. We're about halfway there. Oh, the sunscreen is definitely a must-have. We could put this in the shower, and there's even another one. It might be excessive to put both, but it'll be very helpful in our case. Where's the toilet paper? Oh, there it is. Can't forget that. I mean, how could we in a 21 item bathroom? We can put a little bath mat for number 15. What artwork goes in a bathroom? We definitely already used this somewhere in the house, but I'm gonna put it in here again because that is such a good one. Oh, maybe something like this. this, that will be 17. I might put another little towel in the shower area for number 18. Oh, some soap. We could do that. What does that put us at? 19, 20? We're at 20. One more item, you guys. I did want to put something under the sink though, so maybe I'll put this like bathroom clutter. And here we go, our 21 item bathroom. It's not too bad. I expected it to be a lot worse, honestly. We're almost there. This is a big build, you guys. Let's go up to the stairway. Okay, let's see if this stairway is going to be just as empty as our first one. The number is going to be 31. So not empty at all. We've been getting kind of high numbers here, but this room is pretty big. I feel like we should probably carry through the wallpaper. All right, first off, I'm just going to put some little curtains in here. What can we put up here? I mean, we already have a skill room, but I guess it doesn't hurt to have like an extra desk in the house. Maybe this can be more for homework. Let's use this bookcase again from Life and Death. We'll get a little desk lamp for 6 items. We could even squeeze the bonsai tree in here. Lots of skill items in this house, I'm noticing, which would actually be really useful if you're planning to play with this house. For our 11th item, let's use this puzzle box from Debug. We could even stack this box on top of it. We can also put some like more office type clutter, even though this isn't technically the office. Maybe some spring holiday cards. That'll be 15. Almost halfway there. Since this is kind of like the homework desk, I'm gonna put a lot more kid stuff in here. Ooh, maybe the teenager is like a scout or something. We can get to 20 with those. This is actually from the criminal career, but we can just pretend that one of the kids plays baseball. They're not a criminal, I promise. This item's actually super big, but I was thinking if I size it down, it kind of looks like a school project. Super cute. That's from Growing Together. This might seem really random to you, but for our 24th item, I wanted to put an alarm clock. Maybe they had to like time themselves for their homework or something. We can also put some little posters for the kids. Oh wow, we're actually using up a lot of items. I think I overestimated how much 31 items actually was, because we're already on 28 and we have a lot of open space. I think what I'm gonna do is put an accent table for 29 and maybe move some stuff over to it, like these cards. I want to put a big mirror above it, and I'm realizing we definitely need more big mirrors in this game. Anyway, I don't know if I said it already, but that puts us at 30 items, so we only have one more. Maybe we'll put a plant right here from Life and Death. And I might get rid of this bronze trophy to put a piece of art right here. No one cares about bronze anyway. I'm just kidding. Celebrate all of your accomplishments. And there we go. That is all 31 items. A little more plain over there. I think you can tell when I started running low, but overall it's a cute space. Let's move to the teens room. I just realized that I've had my face cam too high and you couldn't see the number. This is my second time making this mistake. I'm so sorry. I'll have to put a disclaimer in the beginning, but I moved it now so you can see for the last 4 rooms. I really am so sorry. Let's just go ahead and spin for the teens room now that you can actually see the number. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy you guys were able to see that, because literally, what? 3 items? Oh my gosh, this poor kid. This is a pretty big room too. Wow, this is not good. Let's do like a fun pattern so we don't have to fill up the walls as much. Well, we won't be able to fill up the walls at all, actually. The singular benefit to this is that they get a double bed. Normally, I would probably give a teen a single bed, but we gotta fill up the space somehow. I'm thinking maybe a rug and I guess a dresser to fill up this space. There will be no curtains. There will be no artwork. Oh my gosh, you know what? Maybe they're moving out soon. This is the Discover University world, so maybe they're graduating from high school and they've been like packing up their stuff, moving it to their dorm. There we go. That solves our problem. Yep, and here it is. The 3-item teen bedroom. I mean, for what it's worth, the items that we chose did fill up the space. Let's do the grandparents' room next. Okay, well, that was pretty quick. Hopefully we get more for the grandparents' room because it's a very big room. 12. Okay, that is more than 3, but that's also very low. All right, and we have 4 windows, so that's already gonna take most of our objects. I was really wanting to use this wallpaper. That'll cover up so much wall space. I don't know if it really matches the rest of our house, but maybe they're getting it remodeled because, you know, the grandparents, they're probably on their way out. That's so horrible to say. So our first item is the bed, obviously. You know what? Maybe I want want to go lighter in here. I did really like that color scheme, but it just doesn't fit. We'd have to use black furniture, and that is just like completely different from what we've been doing. Maybe we can use those curtains that are really wide from Seasons, because then we only have to use 2 instead of 4. It's covering the window in such a weird way. That one looks fine though. If there's one thing that I learned on this channel, is you gotta do what you gotta do. This dresser will put us at 6 items. Halfway there. I like that hint of purple in the rug, so I'll use that. These lamps will put us at 9. If I get that jungle adventure mirror, which I know I already used in the house, but I think we can agree it will all be worth it. Ideally, it would be perfect here, but we only have 2 items left, so I'm going to put it in this big empty space. Well, that was our 10th item. Now we have 2 items left. Ooh, what if we put this collection of plants in? It's 1 object, but it looks like 4. Yeah, it doesn't match perfectly, but it fills up a lot of space. And this will be our last item. I personally don't know how I'd feel if I was an elder and there was this picture of like a portal to a ghost world in my bedroom, but it's pretty and it matches. So that'll be it for our 12 item grandparents bedroom. For some reason, it's like a little creepy in here. I don't know. Is that just me? Okay, now we're on to the ensuite. Honestly, 12 would be a good number for a bathroom. Hopefully we get something similar. 10. Wow, literally 2 numbers down. We've been staying in the low range. I like that. I like that. I want it to stay that way. Since we are going with the idea that they are remodeling this house, maybe the grandparents' bathroom can still be kind of traditional. You know, maybe something like this. Okay, curtains are pretty much a must-have in a bathroom, so let's make sure we got those in. So that's 2. A bathtub would be 3. A shower would be 4. 5, 6, 7. And I really want to add that bath cabinet from Life and Death. Oh my gosh, it's huge. I was not expecting that. It's so squishy in this corner now. I'm gonna make a bad decision and switch out the shower for the bath cabinet. To me, the cabinet is more important. All right, well, we have 3 items left. I'm thinking maybe a little rug. We can get this hanging plant. I actually shrank it down. Wow, honestly, there's like not much space. We just need 1 more item though. Let's get a robe, obviously. What else did you think I was going to pick? And here is our 10 item bathroom. Very fancy, very nice. I thought it would look emptier than that, but it looks perfect to me. Let's move on to our last bathroom. Manifesting a small number because that room is tiny. 16. Wait, what numbers have we gotten? 15, 12, 10, and now 16? Literally all in the same range. This one will be fairly simple. It actually might be kind of difficult. Even though 16 is a small number, this room is very, very small. That's 4 right there. Let's get some curtains. We definitely need some smaller curtains for this one compared to the really fancy ones in the grandparents' bathroom. We'll use this mat again, just in a different swatch for number 6. Toilet paper, obviously. Maybe we can put a little laundry basket in here. A bathroom shelf for number 11. We should probably put some art on the wall since it's looking a little bit empty. There we go. Lots of plant pictures. Just 2 more objects to go. I'm thinking some bathroom clutter. There we go. That's actually pretty nice. Our last room of the house, the 16 item bathroom. This is a pretty nice bathroom. Oh my gosh. We survived the every room is a random number of items build challenge. If you watched all the way to the end, let me know because that was a long one. But anyway, that's going to be it for this build challenge. Thank you so much for this build suggestion. If you have any more suggestions, let me know. I really like hearing all of your ideas. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye!